Welcome to the Nevada Department of Education's Comprehensive Support and Improvement, better known as CSI, informational presentation. We are glad you could join us today. I would like to preface this recording with the acknowledgement that there will be several education abbreviations referenced during this presentation. Please feel free to reach out to your LEA representative or any of the other NDE team members for clarification. Team member contact information can be found at the end of this presentation. The agenda provides an overview of Nevada school improvement elements, including criteria for entering and exiting CSI status, the responsibilities and current support systems in place, available resources, school visit criteria, and upcoming calendar dates and next steps, which will include asking you to register your viewing of this webinar through a QR code at the end of this presentation. I'd like to introduce you to the Nevada Department of Education School Improvement Team, referred to as SIT. Our school improvement team supervisor is Dr. Jess DeLallo, who has double-digit experience with federal programs, including Title I and school improvement at the school district and state level. The school improvement team also has a vast amount of experience at each level, including data, budgeting, curriculum and instruction, teacher leaders, instructional coaches, administration, turning around elementary, middle, and high schools, Title I, consulting, and leading federal and state programs. Each of the education program professionals, referred to as EPPs, specialize in different designated school areas, such as CSI schools, CSI MRI schools, ATSI schools, TSI schools and data management, and our non-designated 1- and 2-star schools. I am Dr. Susan Ulrey, and I am your contact EPP for CSI school designations. Please reach out to any of the EPP leads related to the question or concern you might have about other school designations. The Nevada Department of Education's SIT team is committed to providing support and assistance to schools. Our support includes technical assistance, virtual and on-site school visits, and professional learning opportunities. Our goal is to gain a deeper understanding of each school's unique context by talking with LEA representatives, principals, and their teams. We aim to achieve this by fostering collaborative partnerships with LEAs, principals, and school communities, developing a contextual understanding of both the challenges and accomplishments you face, facilitating the exchange of best practices to share with other schools, and gathering actionable insights to better understand what supports each school needs. So let's discuss the criteria for entering and exiting CSI status. This is a critical part of the process, and we want to ensure everyone has an initial understanding. Schools are identified as CSI based on federal criteria and Nevada state accountability criteria that aligns with the federal Every Student Succeeds Act, or ESSA law. According to ESSA, Title I schools in the bottom 5th percentile, based on their adjusted Nevada School Performance Framework, or NSPF index score, are identified for CSI. Also, Title I schools that do not exit ATSI, which is Additional Targeted Support and Improvement, status after a 3-year improvement plan, are also moved to CSI status. Additionally, any high school with a 4-year adjusted cohort graduation rate below 67% is also identified for CSI, regardless of its Title I status. Nevada State ESSA plan provides schools with 3 years to exit CSI status. If a school does not improve enough to exit CSI status after 3 years, the school is redesignated as CSI MRI, with MRI meaning more rigorous interventions. Schools that were identified in 2017, 18, or 19 and did not exit during the summer of 2023 and 2024 evaluations were redesignated as CSI with an MRI or more rigorous intervention tag, or for short, MRI schools. The current cohort of CSI schools includes first-year schools designated in September of 2025, second-year CSI schools from 2024, and third-year CSI schools from 2023. The 2022 cohort of CSI schools that did not exit is now considered a 4th-year CSI MRI school. This chart illustrates the exit criteria from CSI status. Remember, once a school is designated as CSI, it remains with that designation for 3 years. The school will be evaluated after 3 years. To exit CSI status, a school must no longer meet the current year CSI entrance criteria and have a total adjusted NSPF index score that is 10 or more points above the year in which the school was identified as CSI. For example, if the school entered with an index score of 15, after 3 years, the school must have an index score of 25 or higher and not meet the CSI cutoff score, which is usually a lower score of 15 or under. If the CSI school is a high school, after 3 years, it has to no longer meet CSI entrance criteria and have an adjusted cohort graduation rate, or ACGR, at or above 67% in the current year of NSPF data. One other element to remember is that upon exiting CSI status, schools are immediately eligible for other designations, such as ATSI or TSI. To understand different school designations, you can refer to the NSPF manual. A link to the manual is located on the slide in the resources section of this presentation. Now let's look at the responsibilities and supports for all parties involved with supporting CSI schools. First, let's discuss the core responsibilities of the school as a CSI designated site. One focus for the school team is the School Improvement Plan, or SIP. The continuous improvement process involves developing a high-quality school improvement plan focused directly on addressing the data areas that led to the CSI designation. The plan must include goals, evidence-based strategies, and action steps aimed at raising student achievement. If your team is not sure about which data to review, please reach out to your LEA representative for assistance and refer to the school's Nevada report card located on the Nevada Accountability Portal. I'm also available to assist with locating available data. The SIP is not a one-time activity. You must ensure the regular monitoring and annual review of the plan. To assist in monitoring and reviewing the SIP, 2 formal status checks are set up in the Plan for Learning platform. These checks are critical to assess the implementation and effectiveness of your strategies and to make adjustments throughout the year. The NDE due dates for these status checks are November 30th and February 28th. But please remember to always refer to your LEA's due dates, which may differ from the NDE deadlines. Once your plans and status checks are complete, post them on the school website. This public posting allows families and community members to view your goals and get involved in opportunities to participate in the development and implementation of the plan. Finally, some schools will be selected for a virtual or on-site visit. You can access the official school visit protocol guide from the resources slide, which we will cover in the next section. If your school is selected, please work directly with your LEA to coordinate and schedule the visit. In short, your work is centered on data analysis, rigorous planning, faithful implementation, and ongoing reflection to ensure the SIP leads to tangible gains for your students. We are always here to support you. So now let's focus on the crucial role of the local education agency, or LEA, in supporting its CSI schools. The LEA provides the essential structure and resources for school improvement and is the first line of assistance for the designated schools. They are instrumental in helping designated schools navigate the SIP submission process. The LEA partners with the school to develop a high-quality plan that is directly focused on addressing data areas that led to the CSI designation. Next, the LEA will approve and regularly monitor the progress and implementation of the SIP. They are responsible for setting the specific due dates that schools must follow for submitting their school improvement plans and status checks to align with the deadlines required by the State Education Agency, or NDE. Then, to ensure schools have the supports they need, the LEAs review and monitor resource allocations, prioritizing the school's needs in order to implement evidence-based strategies for school improvement success. The LEA representative also coordinates the scheduling of on-site school visits with NDE for selected schools. For virtual visits, principals will receive an email notification to schedule a virtual visit, and the LEA will be copied on this notification to provide support during that process. Parent notification of a school's designation is the responsibility of the LEA so that families can be aware and engaged in the school improvement process. Here at the Nevada Department of Education, we see the LEA as a collaborative partner. We will maintain contact with LEA representatives regarding any specific school concerns we might identify and partner with the LEA on professional learning opportunities. Finally, let's look at the support you receive from the State Education Agency, the SEA, which is us, the Nevada Department of Education School Improvement Team. Our role is one of targeted assistance, and it is governed by various federal and state regulations, a few of which are cited on this slide. One of the state requirements is that NDE will notify districts and schools of their STAR designations by September 15th every year. The designations come out of NDE's Office of Assessment, Data, and Accountability Management, or ADAM, and can be found on the Nevada Accountability Portal. The link to the portal can be located on the resources slide that we will discuss in the next section. Our team is also dedicated to providing support in the SIP review and approval process. The NDE team will review, approve, and monitor the school improvement plans and status checks submitted through the Plan for Learning platform. The NDE SIP members will provide feedback or ask questions regarding the SIPs and status checks if needed. During the school visits, our goal is to develop a contextual understanding of your school's unique challenges and accomplishments through conversations with LEA and school teams. We aim to foster collaborative partnerships with everyone involved. Our intent is to be a resource that helps the school move out of CSI status within the 3-year window provided by Nevada's ESSA plan. We look to facilitate the exchange of best practices and relay those successful strategies to schools across the state. We'll be working in partnership with school and LEA leaderships to reach that goal. We have several resources available to you. Some I have mentioned on previous slides. These are designed to help you throughout your improvement journey. This is a list of some of the resources you can access. First is the Nevada Department of Education website, where you can access information for all of the NDE offices, press releases, and professional learning opportunities. The NDE School Improvement webpage is just starting to be developed with information, so you can check back periodically for new information. For now, you will find the US Ed non-regulatory guidance for school improvement and a link to the Plan for Learning website, where school improvement plans are submitted. You will also find the school improvement, on-site, and virtual school visit protocol guide. This guide will be helpful if your school is selected for a virtual or on-site visit. To assist in developing SIPs, or school improvement plans, you can review the information on the website for Nevada's continuous improvement process, referred to as the SIP Padlet resources. This Padlet will be archived once new guidance is published. The link to the Nevada Accountability Portal is where you will find the school's rating report that includes academic achievement data. Next, we have the NDE Nevada Professional Learning website. This is a great resource for micro-credentials, learning the NEPF, and other professional learning opportunities. And finally, we want to bring your attention to the West Ed Hall Survey. The Comprehensive Assessment of Leadership for Learning, abbreviated as CALL, survey, is a tool designed to help you develop, implement, and monitor your school improvement activities using actionable data. The CALL survey is built around the 4 domains for rapid school improvement. The survey focuses on 4 key areas: turnaround leadership, talent development, instructional transformation, and culture shift. It helps schools identify challenges, recognize strengths, and create actionable plans for improvement. What makes this survey different is that it doesn't just collect information, it provides feedback, helps teams build leadership capacity, and includes on-site coaching to support the action plan. Best of all, the CALL survey is fully funded by NDE and supported in partnership with West Ed. The NDE is offering schools an opportunity to use the 4 domains CALL survey. If your school would like to participate, please reach out to your education programs professional at NDE for more details. Now let's review the criteria for our school visits. The NDE School Improvement Team uses an on-site and virtual school visit protocol guide to provide support. The school visit criteria is based on the school's index score, data, and the number of years the school has been designated as CSI. First-year CSI schools will have one virtual visit. Principals and LEA representatives will be emailed a link to sign up. Second and third-year CSI schools with downward trending index scores are scheduled for one on-site school visit between October and April. The NDE School Improvement Team will work with the LEA to schedule the on-site visit. The LEA will work with the principal for a date that works best. Second and third year CSI schools with stagnant index scores will participate in a virtual visit, and principals and LEAs will be emailed a link to sign up. Second and third year CSI schools showing improvement and demonstrating upward trending index scores will continue to receive support from their LEAs. NDE will monitor these schools' progress through school improvement plans and status checks. The team will reach out to the LEA and principal if there are any questions, concerns, or a need for clarification. Of course, NDE is more than happy to visit any school at their request. This is an example of what an on-site school visit agenda might look like. The agenda allows us to introduce ourselves, discuss the school's goals, and observe the efforts in action through a tour and classroom visits. We will end the visit with a debriefing session to discuss next steps. Virtual visits allow a similar structure. After introductions, the principal will provide an overview of the school's improvement efforts. This is your opportunity to share successes and challenges and to let us know what assistance you need from our team. We will conclude with a discussion of the next steps. Next, we have the following slides cover important dates for the CSI programmatic calendar. Looking at the calendar for the remainder of 2025, here are some key dates to remember. I do want to preface these calendar dates with a specific note. These dates are due dates to NDE. This means that the due date for school-level principals and teams could be much earlier. Please always refer to your district's due dates for submissions. SIPs were due in the Plan for Learning platform on August 15th, but because this was the first year of the new due date, a final submission date of September 15th was provided. Star ratings came out on September 15th, and principals are asked to complete the viewing of this webinar by October 31st. CSI office hours are listed and will be conducted from October 27th through November 7th. School visits could begin in November, and the first status check for CSI SIPs is due November 30th to NDE, but again, please refer to your LEA due date. The table on this slide shows the dates and times for the open office hours during October 27th through November 7th so that we can address any concerns or questions that you might have after this webinar. If none of these times work for you, or if you prefer a one-on-one meeting, you can schedule a meeting with me directly. So back to the programmatic calendar from January through March, on-site and/or virtual visits for CSI schools will continue. On February 28th, SIP status check number 2 is due to the NDE in the Plan for Learning platform, but again, your due date could possibly be earlier, so please refer to your LEA's specific due date. From April to June, schools should follow their LEA's instructions and due dates for reviewing their SIPs and preparing for the next school year. Finally, what are the next steps after viewing this webinar? First, please scan the QR code at the end of this presentation to register your attendance, and thank you so much for doing this. Other next step options could include reaching out to your district's representative for further assistance, reviewing your school data, SIP, school improvement plan, and reflect on whether your goals, strategies, and action steps are truly targeting the areas that need improvement to raise student achievement. Follow your LEA's due dates. Sign up for a virtual school meeting if it applies to you when you receive the sign-up link. Work with your LEA representative to schedule an on-site school visit if it applies to you. And most importantly, continue the great work you are all doing, reflecting and adjusting when needed. For our LEA representatives, please continue to participate in the CIT LEA Collaborative monthly meetings and reach out to CIT members with any questions. On the next slide, you will have all of the contact information for our NDE School Improvement Team. Please feel free to email any of us with your questions. And again, I am Dr. Susan Ulrey, and I am the Education Program Professional, or EPP, for the CSI schools. Again, thank you all for your time today. We truly appreciate your commitment, dedication, and passion for your work. At this time, please use your phone or tablet to scan the QR code on the screen to record your participation.